Welcome back to Assyria, the empire which has now even expanded into Egypt with thanks to my vassals. That's because Egypt has fallen to the Ali Sultanate as they won a great victory in the Shia Jihad, in which now they are the Sultanate of Yemen and Egypt. And the former Egyptian queen is now the Duchess of Thrace, which has now been vassalized by Anatolia. So now they continue to encroach into parts of Europe. And they wish to make Italy a tributary state, in which I thought about going after Anatolia very, very soon. But the question is, where? Huh. I didn't know you have a strong claim on Ori. I was thinking about taking territory, but I think that could change. We'll just beat the heck out of him and give this man some land. He's got children, they have a future. And it kind of makes me wonder, which again, just want to reiterate, how long has your dynasty existed? Because I tend to forget about the people. It was the Count of Rushka. The Count of Rushka. And then there he is. And I was about to say, then where did he get that claim? I mean, you can't fabricate it, but nonetheless, we would love to see, the return to, the Serbs return to Ohrid ever since, Nestorianism. Well, they're still in the region. Well, now it's about time that they return. It's like, well, we couldn't give you Bulgaria, but we will give you a county of Ohrid. If we do that, does that mean they're going to have to be independent, or they're going to be serving in the Anatolian? Read this correctly before you even think about it. To be the vassal, but or alternatively just fighting some border dispute war in another one of those coastal counties. Likely Anchor, because this one's got a lot of holdings. Yeah, definitely gonna go for it. We forget about Ordering. There's still Serbs, there's still Nestorians over there. And of course, there's still Sogdians, which I hope they're doing well there. We're just gonna fight this one war against Anatolia, and it's gonna cost me quite a bit of money and piety. Don't bring Sogdiana over here. This is a matter for us and us only. Two great powers. At it again. Now I will switch my focus to war for once. It's about time that I start proving to myself. I mean, I'm brave. Okay, where should we put them? Baalbek. That's where you all be going. Good on you. Man, 4,000 troops from Syria, 3,000 troops from Babylonia. Get it right. And soon, Cairo will be under the Assyrian control. Please rest. During the last few days, I overheard the same conversation again and again. Apparently, the most renowned goldsmith is traveling through Assyria, and my courtiers are proudly excited about his work. Perhaps I should invite this man to employ his services. Yes, I'm in the need for new crown jewels because I decided to get rid of the old crown, and it's time for some new type of jewelry. The goldsmith of Mokli courteously accepted my invitation and arrived at court a mere week later. He's presented me some of the sketches of his previous work and several letters of recommendation. I'm sure of his skill, though I ask myself just how much money I could spare for a set of crown jewels. Whoo boy! One and all shall see the indisputable might of House Gazarta. Spared no expense in order the most expensive crown jewels money can buy. My dear court chaplain and brother and philosophical tutor, an apprentice and court physician in the Hermetic Order, Mukhtar, has stepped forth with an idea for a ritual that might invoke the presence of the divine being. The prospect of petitioning the divine itself for knowledge is tantalizing. The idea is therefore received with excitement by the order. The ritual will take place in a few weeks' time. I have a few interesting flasks that could aid us. That reminds me. Is it about time? We now force through a hunt for our most prized animal parts. Let's try this. As I was walking towards Master Mowgli's smithy, I could not hear the sound of progress, instead the sound of voices talking. I found Mowgli and my courtier Mukhtar discussing different metals and compositions. All this talk was making my head spin and definitely halting the progress on the work I have ordered. God dang it, man, this is not why he was here. Oh yeah, the former wife of Yosef, my father. Oh, from way down there? The guy from Cornwall. Scandalous! It must be exposed. Oh, we're doing this again? Look, we screwed it up last time. Let's just play it safe and go to Hasaka. Just find a scroll and that's the key. Together with a small band of hunters, Mukhtar and I have set out to hunt animals in the forest and attempt to gather animal parts. These ingredients will be invaluable in experiments to understanding the aspects of the world. Our combined hunting experience could make things easy. Summoning the divine. The time for the ritual has come. My orders are congregated in a spacious room. Symbols scatter the floor as I chant my hymns. Initiate Mukhtar has provided all the new and special type of incense he claims is necessary to make the eventual connection with the divine being. Before long, it has permeated the air. As I inhale more and more of it, hearing the joy of my fellows' chants, I feel the soul disconnect from my body and begin to ascend. until it seems connected to something. An entity touches my soul, though I cannot perceive it with any senses other than my mind's eye. It must be the divine being! I have succeeded! I struggle to control my emotions and culminate on my thoughts. The one burning question to pose this being. Oh, divine, pray tell me, operation of the gods. Good news, my Emperor, Mowgli said excitedly. The goldsmiths informed me that precious metals and gemstones have been located in a nearby province. If we send an expedition, it could increase the quality of the crown jewels we are currently crafting. Oh boy. Do I really want to know how much this is going to cost me? Quick, borrow money from the Jews. And hopefully loot the holdings and see what we can take. Patriarch of the East doesn't like me when I be taking money from Jews. The large-eyed face triumphant, obviously. They just recently liberated themselves. Where are they? They're on their way back. A divine being has given me cryptic advice on the pursuit of theology in its many forms. Do I have ample time spent mulling it over afterwards? I believe I discovered what it meant. I look forward to putting it to good use. My divine being has my total confidence. Could we possibly take all of this without a fight? And because of this, being bankrupt, we have to pause the construction of the garden, unfortunately. Don't worry, it's only temporary. The Cretan Holy War for Cyrenaica. Whoa, where'd you get this? Huh, mercenaries. Cyrenaica. That's this area, even though that's Dejor, part of Egypt. I'll respectfully decline. I'm in the middle of something. I can't afford another war. Sorry. As I was knocking narrow, carefully studying my prey on the other side of the ship, suddenly Mukhtar stops shouting and screaming. Glaring angrily at him, the game runs totally its way. Mukhtar tries to explain himself. The sun rays weren't hitting the glade, and thus the organs would have been useless. That's one way to ruin a hunt. It's a disappointing hunt. God dang it, man. I thought you were the second smartest man in the world. This one's born normal. Can't pay for the translation. It's not worth the cost. Unless we may loot, oh, I don't know, a book of his. Vassal to Cairo. Or we could take Cairo County now. For that man's behest. And one would think is I better start getting a move on. And use the Holy War Casus Belli to go someplace like, oh, I don't know, Alexandria. The bribe we offered to the priest of Hasaka was enough to make him unlock the inner chambers of the church. We examined every nook and cranny for the scroll's hiding place. On the fifth day, one of the servants announced that he's found a hidden chamber. We found it in a shaped Muktai. Now I'm gonna rank up to Adept. An average paper on the mind of God. Gee, you got plenty of holdings to do. Once you, thank you. Once you, take this one more holding, then still make room. Not good enough! I was overcome with excitement and curiosity when Mowgli informed me the crown jewels were completed. As I'm waiting in my throne for a servant to carry the great box classroom, I struggled not to leap up and meet him halfway. When I finally touched the heavy lid, my hands are shaking. Regalia worthy the true emperor. Let me see. Unequip this. There's the crown of majesty. The hooped crown is made from gold and decorated with foreign precious stones, emeralds, rubies, sapphires, and diamonds. The finest one size of quail's eggs. See, even more opinion up because it's a quality 4. Emerald scepter. This scepter is famed for the unusual amount of quality of emeralds adorning it. The origins of the stones are shrouded in mysteries. The tales are as numerous as the stars. And then there's the Sword of Heroes. This ornamental weapon is an impressive sight. The blade is gilded and the hilt is adorned with foreign precious stones such as rubies and sapphires. And I get cameos depicting legendary warriors. Yep, people are gonna respect me more with this kind of stuff. I was about to say, hey, you want this stuff? Well, I can't. Hey, Sogdiana. You doing alright with your war? Or you're about to win it? You got no crown jewels, but I got something for you. That's just me being kind. Knowing that you're of a Shadam. So here's the ruby scepter, and I will send you the other thing in a moment. Oh, the gold mine can no longer sustain itself. Here you go. I don't have a crown anymore, I'm sorry. Surprised they haven't moved in yet. What are they up to? In a couple of years, I'm gonna have to get me a battle axe. A very improved version of it. Got some esoteric knowledge. Yeah, they're being graded a lot. I expressed my views on the whole religion and got a bit too loud and got into trouble with the priest because of it. That again. In my studies of warfare, I've come to realize that clever tactics on the battlefield is the only part of the story. There are other disciplines of equal importance. Let me see, I know our future battles will be in Egypt, This is mostly desert. It's only the Nile Delta that's, plains. Mostly desert. As I said, we're going to be on the offensive, so it's not glamorous, but wars are won through sieges. We're going to get things done, damn it. Here, what? Time to teach you more about siege warfare. I guess we're going to be taking all these holdings without a fight. Which is good. I don't know why they don't want to fight us. But man, I feel bad for them. Now that I would have to support, at least, the retinues. Yeah, you may want to bring the Navy. Because we'll be getting these troops moving. Oh boy, we can bring everybody over here. And get the garden retinue. I was about to say guardian retinue, but no, it's garden. There you are. Look at that. I forgot to put myself in that flank. Look how armored up I am. Forgot to use that siege leader, so we'll get it done fast. Cut it out. A strong leader. Almost over. The lines broke down because... What happened to my brother? Guess you couldn't wait anymore. You wanted someone better. That guy. Are you sure? Well, there's that instead. And you want to prefer matrilineal? Okay. I got my own children anyhow. So we're back on with this, right? Off you go. Their alliance is back on. Now, this will help Crete with that de jure claim. I was going to say, hey, wait a minute, get back here. Sogdiana is expanding again. Good on you, Master Daughter. Oh, they're right there. Oh, blast. We should have never, expanded troops. We gotta get them back up again. Anatolia is still at play. They're gonna help out their clients for once. But they're still at war with Italy, so whatever is their priority, we'll try to keep them busy. We got ourselves into this mess. Yes, more money, please. Now I can pay it off. That was our garden retinue. Okay, put me here. Yes, you can come too. Again, I want every available. Good commander there is. May have the advantage of the mountains, but the despot of emperors is there. If we can capture him, we can end it early. If not, then things are going to get ugly. Just hopefully not, bowling shoe ugly, as this one great person I know once said. Oh, gee, about to be bankrupt, so we'll provide you some funds. There, you should be good. We got him here. I mean, they got nowhere to run. They're just going to run to the other side of the island, and we're going to get them too. Important. Keep beating the heck out of them. Plus, most of the Cretans just fighting against the ones who are attacking instead of defending their land. This time we had to do all the dirty work up there. Right to that. Oh, this had better be good. Paul, seeing leaflets. 5 days. You got the numbers. Alrighty. Having a difficult pregnancy, so take her leave. Now we're up against the might of the Anatolian army here. They ran. Let me see you. Aha, strong and brave. That's what we need more of these days. Ah. We'll take it to that little island there. They've been raiding and now they want to conquer Oman. Sure. Well, we surely beat the heck out of these Anatolians. They ain't gonna get themselves reinforced too much anytime soon. So put our concerns elsewhere. That's the thing about fighting wars on multiple fronts. Countess Funa. Which Funa? Cousin? Yeah, her. The Countess. strong claim. I'll try for what I can. But right now, we're kind of fighting on 3 different wars here. And it's all 2 of which are related to our tributary states. Our boys are already over there. It's kind of highly doubtful I would send entire armies this way. Yeah, foreign intervention seems to be the order of the day. We knew they were going that way. Heavy foot is key. Tell you what. I was about to say to split up. And we should send the 10,000 of ours to the western front and the other 10,000 eastward. And we'll send our retinue to Sogdiana, but of course there's no fast way of getting there other than, well, you have to go on foot. Because these guys from CK2, well, the leader is from Samarkand, but the rest of them are supported by CK2. Have that little one revolt holding in there. I'll tell you now, withdrawal. The retinue will be sent to Sogdiana, while the main armies will be split. When will you arrive? Can we change someone? Still with us. Alright. Well, you can get these troops moving fast. Sogdiana. We have the retinues with us. Well, they will take their place. Latium. Not a tributary state, but they joined up. They have a marriage alliance, right? Yes. Yes. So it's like, yeah, the retinue does the fighting. Now we're sending our big army over there to do some fighting and do more sieging. As the Cretans still fighting against the Shia Muslims that they wish to expand into Cyrenaica. Gee, a multi-front war. Would have thought of that. Alright, boys. This series of conflicts that we're part of, it's like a war over there, a war here, and further into Sogdiana. And I'm sure this is no problem for the retinues of the Assyrian warriors, the cavalry, and the Gardner retinue. And for that reason, from the mountains of Greece to the steppes of Sogdiana, we will be there. The Assyrian warriors are. So this will definitely demonstrate the flexibility of the whole Assyrian Imperial Army of fighting on two different fronts. We've still got to take care of business with them. Land here. Got an organizer with you too. Good on you. Fine, get this new guy in here. And bring Abraham too. Siege leader, because soon we'll be on the offensive against those guys. Well, as for you, I don't know what you're gonna do, but you'll be on the move. You're still going. I think he's gonna go all the way to Yemen. So we'll meet him down there. Dear colleague, I've found the most fascinating phenomenon from observing the sky. I am of the firmest belief that the foundation of the cosmos is hiding somewhere out there. In order to reach a higher knowledge, you should take my advice and study the skies thoroughly. Observe the sky. And the Samkhya philosophy spreads into this region. It's another one of these Indian philosophies. The instruments and tomes I had to gather for my studies of the secrets behind the stars finally arrived. Lenses of different shapes and sizes, together with dusty old tomes written by learned people. These will prove invaluable for uncovering truth. Now I can carefully observe the sky. Get your head in those clouds. That's how you doing money-wise. Against Hyperus and Latium. Don't spread Polytheism around in this empire. What? Sending more men to Mukhtar has been very cold to me lately. When I approached about it today, he asked me point blank where I was. Was when, I responded. We had plans to visit my uncle, the one who likes fishing. I knew you weren't that excited, but I didn't expect you to simply not show up in letters. Well, friend, I've had many important things on my mind lately. We're still buddies. After many a night observing the skies, I've become certain there's a pattern to the movement of celestial bodies I've yet to uncover. However, I'm considered putting this endeavor to rest for the sake of my other duties. No, gotta keep going. Yeah, they're sending everybody to Crete. We're gonna remain here. So get ready, boys. Crossing the Strait of Hormuz. Discovery. Move on! A construction overseer on my fortified garden of Baghdad just told me a worker fell in a hole while digging and found some bones. Seems to be some kind of old grave. It's probably an ancient tomb. Explore with caution. You know, Baghdad County used to be the home of the old Babylonian people, so Who knows? After some digging, a big stone appeared, blocking an entrance. When the workers removed the stone, an old tomb was discovered, with a small quantity of silver and gold objects in it. It's all mine. Because we don't get enough money these days. Yeah, the Italians are in the offensive. You're halfway to Pokhara. But soon we will join you. We will never abandon our Sogdian friends. Block them from coming over here. Stop. For now. They're at it again. Again with this. Keep going, dang it. I'm sure he's gonna take the long way round. And we'll beat him there. You know, there's a Mevasat uprising. If successful, then Failum could become independent. But we're not certain of that. And meanwhile, almost there. Fighting continues up there. Just keep beating the heck out of these troops. What are you doing over here? We know what the result's gonna be, so now we're about to enter in the fray. While in a meeting with my council, I feel a headache rising inside my skull, making it hard to pick up the different conversations in the room. The lack of sleep is clearly taking its toll on me. The shouting erupts in the room. Suddenly Mukhtar shouts my name, bringing my consciousness back in the room. In a threatening tone, he asks if I agree. Yeah, sure. He's just a cartographer. He's not been removed, but then again, it's part of that Great Trade League mod. I guess it doesn't register it here. It's just assumed. Yeah. After many a night observing the skies, I started charting the pattern of stars as well as the moon and certain planets. There is so much to learn. However, my council won't stop complaining about my absence from the court. Perhaps it is time to conclude my research. I understand so much, so I am satisfied with my progress and will conclude my research, letting a mission come to an end. I will conclude my research. My careful observations of Venus has finally allowed me to conclude that the old projections of the planet's path across the sky have been flawed. With some precise adjustment, I can present a corrected projection. This will lead me closer to the truth behind the mysteries of the world. I'm fighting for him. Retake those holdings. I'm surprised that they're not calling for their ships for a pickup, because we're about to get rid of all of them. Bear with me, Rushu. Is it possible that we can make you philosophical tutor despite the different faith? Yes, but don't remove them. You're not the only Sogdiana around here. It's just you were a philosophical tutor. Happened to be on the wrong side of the battlefield. You can see the siege percentage, so it's alright to let it know if we can focus on you. One more will do, and we'll have them all killed. Still taking a long way around, so just let them come. When they get sieges there, then we'll take care of them. Here, keep sending more your way. Let's see what happens. Sardinian band. Now we'll be on the offensive to destroy this little rebellion. But they don't let them escape. Good God. Who thought of such things? Those are Italian ships, but they're not these for us. They haven't lost the war of Italy yet. So can we get out of here now? No, not for us. Father called to shop, pulling my arm, pleading to play with her and her latest toy. Completely oblivious to all the important work I'm in the middle of. Sometimes this kid can be really insufferable. Alright, Dosha, what is it? It's just to encourage one of her skills, but I don't think it really matters. What matters more is my son. Another bishop! Seems they've run out of good commanders and they're starting to send bishops to the front line. Are they that desperate? Get to the ships. Finally take it to their homeland. Vikings are raided this area, so land here instead. We can catch these guys. Yeah, this is steppe territory, it's fine. Almost over. Doubt they got the manpower to try to take that area. I'm sure they're down there somewhere. Aha. Wherever they're besieging, then, no, okay, now they're fighting up there. Controlled the Miavazite faith, the High Chief of the Capsian Steppe. It was by Dalim, the Shah of Dalim, Armenia, Georgia, and Trebizond. To be fair, they're made them a tributary state, so one would think is they were forced to convert. And yet no momentum in this story. They're just hopeless right now. Even Novgorod, despite its many allies. Oh, they do, they're winning. Almost over for the Sogdian front. Leaflets. My court physician Mokhtar shared some of his latest ideas with me. I do not know much of medicine. Perhaps he's on to something. He's asked for some money to develop his theory further and write a book on it. Are you smarter than me? Yep. Now you are no longer the second wisest man in the world. Now you are the wisest man in the world. Of course. Alright, return home, boys. And let the Sogdians take care of business. Well, I don't think we'll be leaving quite yet. We got another war brewing. So it looks like we're staying in Sogdiana for a little while longer. I was about to say, is Abraham with you? Yes. Just wondering. Almost there. All that seduction can get you in trouble. Now we're gonna help you out on another conflict. We ain't leaving yet. We will remain committed. 15 days. Till the 21st. Brave genius. There's the enemy. Oh, he should be with us. The new guy. Now you'll fight the raiders, which no doubt you will win. Try to get there as fast as you can. You got one more holding to take. Keep it up. Killed them all. Well, you Sogdians can go ahead and take this area. They don't have much of manpower down there. It's all lost. We'll stay there and guard the country for you. Syria isn't well developed. Oh man, the Vikings really did a number for this area. Plundered by savages. This is definitely our golden moment to take all these areas. Mandaean heresy. And also, the war just ended. Lost that claimant. Because I think, Princess Noor is probably dead. Guess she saved the country. Nice to see, you know, husband and wife fighting together. That's the beauty of it. Well, I guess we can all go home now. Also, Mandaean heresy. Mandaean. Oh, it's a Miavazite heresy. Mandaeanism is an agnostic religion, best known for their daily baptism and claims to follow the teachings of John the Baptist. Mandaeans are often identified as Sabians, although the monastic religion shares some mythology with Babylonian and Egyptian polytheism. It also rejects asceticism. That's why they have different god names, evil god names in Scripture. Hey, boy. Well, head home, boys. Because soon, you know, we will all be called into a future war for the expansion of Egypt. Well, look at you, miss. If I can call you miss, or, Benebshen. Yeah, I think I figured it out. Benebshen. So, got rid of the pagan that was in jail. They call her the Repulsa because of her, ugly trait. Yeah, they really put some more people in there. That'll definitely help out the Sogdians in their future defense of their country. Now let's wrap up this war in the West. We just want to be home as soon as possible. And you know, get ready for the future conflict against Egypt. That's what I look forward to the most. I could scarcely believe it. But the pregnancy has made my wife Luna look more beautiful than she ever was. Whenever we're in the same room, I can hardly take my eyes off her. Better make a move quickly. Yeah, I remember her. Rujesh? Is that how you say? Is that how you say her name? Gonna have to. I was about to say return to Crete. These guys still around? We were on our way back to Nineveh anyway. This again. Oh no, I don't like those chances. Let's travel to the ruins of Mugaza, wherever the heck that is. Huh. Cognate. It's way up there. Or score 100%. I'll give you this. We'll finally go home. And where are those bad guys? Up there. I'm sure they're gonna take the long way around again. We'll just try to block them there. There's a police and secret society somewhere, and I don't like that. I was about to say, you know what, I'm tired of this stuff. Burn them. Anybody that tries to spread Polytheism in our realm, I'm fine with Crete being there, but don't spread it to here because we're not interested. We're not against this ideology, but we're just against secret societies in our realm. It has no place for us. Come to Papa. Although I think you should put him here. You know, get these troops moving fast. Oh, son of a... I want that away. Oh no, he's born slow. At least I'm having a lot of children left in life. And you still want my help. Again, I'm still going to say no for this because we have our own ideas. We've got our own plans. Mukhtar's published his work on the four humors, his ideas about black bile, phlegm, blood, and yellow bile, and how they can be manipulated and treat different ailments, have been received with much acclaim by scholars. I knew this was a good investment. "5 days. Morning too. I'm tired of this secret society stuff. We thought putting him in the dungeon would be enough, but no. Apparently they've been spreading quite a bit unchecked these days. And that's that. Point me here. Bring out the best. Philosophy spreads in this area, which I'm surprised not all of India, took all the philosophies. Look at Jerusalem. Huh. Yes, we can. We took it from Anatolia. I was about to say, you want to be the king of Queen of Jerusalem, but I think not. Because you see, the qualifications is, look, you're going to be holding it this time. At least this area is an historian. Well, cousin, what say you? Also, you're also the Duchess of Palmyra. Honestly, I would demand Govelkind split the realms apart before I even think about giving away the kingdom title of Jerusalem. Till I see this realm split, I'm willing to do Govelkind, however, not declaring messages, so you would owe me a comparable favor. Sure. We are still strong. Strong enough to take on, those enemies down there. They have lots of money. Enough to finance even the most of mercenaries that you'll find in this world. I'm surprised nobody's ever built other great works from other countries other than us. Not until 972 I can drink it again. Basically, every 10 years you drink that fountain of youth. Second liberation of Abyssinia. Not doing too well. We would have loved to see this area rise again. Or any liberation revolts for that matter. And now there's an African kingdom of Asturias. Still encroaching in little by little. Get in there. But don't worry, there's the Harajites, which now they will be, oh, I don't know, what's the right word? I was about to say annoyance, but no, legitimate threat to the Africans. And they're looking to grab this area too. So for now, I will be holding the Kingdom of Jerusalem title until further notice. And now we should put our focus on the Holy War. Yes, they're fighting against Crete, and I was about to say, haven't taken to their land, but no, that's someone else. Benghazi. That city's independent. Okay. And yeah, with Jerusalem under our control, you could say in those future conflicts we could fight the Jor claim wars for all the duchies. So, finally, we will achieve our ultimate major goal for this series. That I said that the new Assyrian Empire, border-wise, would have to be Assyria, Babylonia, Syria, and Jerusalem. Even though historically the Neo-Assyrian Empire did not go that far down in places like Arabia, although they did go to a little bit of Persia, bits of Armenia, but I was only interested in Edessa for moral authority reasons for the Nestorian faith. And even held Egypt for a time, but not for the majority of its history. And even possibly taken that. I even recall this in Cyprus. It's all that the Neo-Assyrian Empire once took that. So basically, after nearly 200 years of playthrough, the next couple of decades, next couple of wars of Anatolia, we would finally achieve our major goal for this series. And one would think soon afterwards, you think I would just be bored of it and be done and end this series. No, I think there's plenty more to experience, such as this aforementioned goals, Egypt, and a few others, including helping out the Sogdians and our Nestorian brethren in the Balkans. That's what's plenty more of. But now I was about to say, look, last act before we close this episode. Move the army over here so we can get a head start into taking on the Sultanate. As long as nobody else calls us to war. You became steward, cousin. Well, there is a right of women that women can be stewards, but cousin, you put yourself there and you got the bishop fired. He was a good man. Well, can't be said with, but we could try. Give her a chance, will you? Our expedition to foreign lands certainly encountered its fair share of difficulties. We dealt with everything from unfavorable weather to lame horses, but in the end, the fraudulent guy was his nail in the coffin. When he escaped our last gulp, we discovered that we were in the wrong part of the internet continent. Curses! Oh, wow. Actually, it looks, pretty. From our side. But then again, my wife's, attractive. Huh. In preparation of this war, we should call for a smith. Get me, in a quality 3 axe to replace the old battle axe of King Ashur. Maybe I should send that old battle axe to... Hey, Bulgaria, you got a weapon? That's ceremonial. No, you don't have one. Oh my goodness! I'm sorry, I was so busy with the other foreign interventions I could have helped you, but once again, Bulgaria lost again in another war for Crimea. I'm sorry, I just got carried away. And now you're going to do a vassalization war for this area. Which includes that part. Yeah, Syria's getting a little too strong in my opinion, but now we will fight for Alexandria next. Next time in the next episode, but just wait until you're in position. Today I was approached by my half-brother Narsai, all the hell way from Bulgaria in Sogdiana. He has told me He's grown increasingly concerned about my eating habits. He looks like gained quite a bit of weight in the last few months. Now fears for my health. Shut up! It's none of your business. My Marshal Samuel Mohammed has told me about a remarkable weaponsmith residing in Deir. He suggests that I invite the woman to my court to see her work for myself. If she manages to impress me, I could order my own custom-made item. A fine idea, Marshal Samuel. Once the weaponsmith's craftsmanship has been checked by the most knowledgeable attendants to ensure the quality was sufficient, I received her in the throne room. She introduced herself as Mistress Adva and gestured towards her numerous assistants, all who all carried exams. Does my emperor have anything special in mind? Jay, now we have women working in a... You know, I've always been one for axes. Hopefully we get, as I said before, an improved axe version to replace the old battle axe of King Ashur. As I said, I deeply apologize. Couldn't be there for you. Just couldn't. Oh boy, they continue to go on the offensive, taking vulnerable countries. I'm sure one day those other countries will step up and fight against them. But the British Empire will not be there because tyranny. Oh, and apparently the Norse Buddhists are still around. They were never eliminated. The only Buddhists in Europe. And you're doing fine on your end. So you're basically strong enough to defend yourselves. Why do you still have mercenaries hired? Oh, raiders. I see. And I'm sure you'll continue to eventually take the other two counties. And maybe eventually declare a holy war against them, and we will help you out on that too. And then Sogdiana, or Sogdia for short, will be united. As it should be. An axe, I see. Excellent choice, my emperor, says Mistress Advan, calls forward an assistant cradling several axes in her arms. I have a couple examples here. One must determine what one needs and how much one is willing to pay, though they will all serve my highness well. I would not go into battle with anything but the very best. Or the axe of the highest quality. Also, I want to hold a summer fair, you know, as a way of passing the time. You know I'm going to get bored waiting for that axe. Given the order that a summer fair should be held at Nineveh this summer. Should make the peasants happy. We're just waiting and wonder what's going to happen. The jester who performed during the summer fair ran around in his silly hat with bells. Before I knew it, he hit me with his bottle. Everyone laughed at this and at his jokes, or rather his insults. It was rather funny. As I was walking towards Mistress Ava's smithy, I could not hear the sound of progress, but instead the sound of voices talking. I found Anva and my friend Mukhtar discussing different metals and compositions. Well, all this talking in my head soon and definitely halting in progress and work I've ordered. Again? Again with this? Yeah, you're distraught, Sayer. And you wrote a interesting philosophical work, but still, that's the second time today. It's not why she is here. Let them work on their own pace. Tell you what, I know what's going to happen next episode. After we win this one holy war, assumingly to Alexandria. I don't know if we're boarded. If not, then this area or somewhere. Then I would have to spend that money to look for more resources in the domain. It's just a reminder. The Summer Fair's archery contest went very well. The clouds in space around it was filled with arrows. Some of them hit the bullseye, some of them missed the cloud altogether. The winner was a modest man who disappeared rather quickly after he collected his prize. Good archer, that man. Where are we on this technology? Oh yeah, another thing. Since I have a very high learning, along in addition with high just about everything else. But look at the cultural advances. This is what I mean by we live in the time of enlightenment in the Empire of Assyria. But now, women can be marshals now. And allowed the change of gender preference laws. I think it's going to be another century away before we move the status of women to full, which will allow female commanders an absolute cognatic succession laws, and do not incur negative opinion modifiers. Can't wait for that. Not doing too well, huh? Oh, okay, they ended in white peace, so now they're gonna go home and deal with that little revolt. Even the church frowns upon jugglers and calls them gleemen. I enjoy their humorous and baldy acts during the summer fair. If the church doesn't like it, should I really like it? You know, that's me being cynical. The peddlers are loading their wares and the merchants are taking down their stalls. The jugglers, strolling players, and other entertainers are preparing to leave. The summer fair is over for this year. It's great fun while it lasted. Where's my axe? I ain't going to war yet. Oh, not again. Good news, my emperor, Atlas said excitedly. The weaponsmith has informed me that the precious metals and special tools have been located in a nearby province. If we send an expedition, it could increase the quality of the axe we're currently crafting. You want the best axe ever? Pay up. Send someone to the underworld if need be. Oh no, we'll still have the money. Just wait a little longer. And there's Syria. And it's going to take all this area for Syrian control, while this will have to be for, I was about to say, well, Coptic peoples. I'm sure there's Coptic people in our realm, and we should give them that land back to be governed in these areas while under Assyrian Empire. And maybe one day we should build that great lighthouse wonder in Alexandria. Bingo. You got in their way and you're doing them a favor. And since they're moving in by the 2nd of December, that means, well, no room for everybody, so all of you are gonna be losing your troops pretty quickly for the supply limit. Dummies. See, no room for everybody. Get out of here. I was struck with nervous excitement when Mistress Adva announced that the axe was nearing its completion. Today I've received a mistress in my throne room. A sturdy box in her arms. As she opens it, I find it almost impossible to read. What would you name her, my emperor? Holy Christmas, I've never seen these type of names before, because I don't think I've ever gotten a quality 4 weapon of any kind in the history of my playthroughs, as far as memory's concerned. What's intimidating? Dragon Cleaver, Heaven's Devastator, or Darkbringer? Well, knowing I'm cynical and brave, mystic and such, and a genius. She looks like a Darkbringer, doesn't she? So here it is, the Darkbringer. I will stop in January 1st. So that way we can start the next episode right on its 200th year of this playthrough. And before we close this episode, let me see this axe. Oh, there she is. Darkbringer, a legendary axe rumored to be infused by the very essence of night. Yipe. Plus 15 combat skill, and plus 15% on heavy infantry, and plus 10 on light foot troops. Oh my goodness. This is probably the best weapon we've ever have around. Give me this weapon. It'll have the same light foot troops bonus as the crossbow and the same martial skill, but this one's better for heavy infantry and in combat skill. 1 minute. Now look at this. Man. And I gotta do something about that old axe of King Asher. Like, who would I donate to? Like, would it either be Bulgaria, which, of course, they're not doing too well, and thought about intervening, or Sogdiana. Even though sometimes I wish they would get out. Okay, never mind. Bulgaria's the winner. They got a serpent spear. A spear with a curved tip like a slithering snake. Both beautiful and menacing weapon. So this is what the Sogdians have. Well, apparently, it's like, yeah, it came from there. I guess it might have been stolen. Oops, wrong screen. Where is it? I guess got it from this guy who now runs Kotal, and I think it might have been stolen, because I recall looking at it and it was owned by him. So I guess she went to steal it, and now it's hers. She acquired it 3 years ago. This was well after the intervention of Sogdiana, or Sogdia for short, if you wish to call it that. So in the next episode, as well, we hope for some positive things to happen to beat the reformed African pagans, and at the same time, then, well, it looks like they're ready now, ready for anything, because they still got event spawn troops, retinues, the other troops at 13,000 strong, with this huge amount of gold, that we may possibly declare war against them, which would most likely be a holy war for Alexandria, which will be for the next episode on its 200th year of the Assyrian series. But until then, so long for now.